what is going on, guys? So I'm back again with another Nerf review, or Adventure Force in this case. Starting to get back to the blaster review now, but today we're going to be taking a look at the Adventure Force Brute Pro, a high-powered, spring-powered, slam-fire-enabled pistol from Adventure Force. I still need to get my hands on the Boxer Pro, by the way, but it's currently still out of stock. But this blaster looks like it's a mag and grip, which is pretty cool. It comes with 12 of the Adventure Force Pro darts, 2 magazine, which is pretty good, 2 6-round magazine. It says advertised shoot up to 140 feet per second, and it does come with some eyewear. Overall, it looks pretty interesting. Didn't expect a dart zone to make this blaster, but yeah, without further ado, let's get it out of its package. Alright, so what's included inside is the blaster itself, SCAR, 2 magazines, darts, eyewear, and instructions. Alright, so after getting the Adventure Force Brute Pro out of its package, let's take a look at this thing. So, starting out with the front, this is where the Brute Pro got most of its complaint, is this roller scar right here. So I'm going to take it off. So look, it's actually so friction fitted in there that it's almost impossible to take it off. So yeah, I can't take mine off now since I put it on. But that's really just friction fitted in there. There you go. So you have to like pull on it pretty hard just to take it off. It just doesn't come off on its own. So yeah, that's pretty friction fitted in there, I would say. So, but on some people's blaster that they got, the Brute Pro, this one just like falls out very easily. But mine, once it goes in, boom, it's friction fitted in there and doesn't want to come out. So unless it yanked pretty hard. But yeah, overall, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Looks like a gigantic pistol. Kind of looks like that MK2 or something like that, the best I remember. I think it was MK2 or something like that. But yeah, overall, yeah, the magazine sits pretty flush in there. It comes with 2 6-round half-length magazines, kind of like Nightingale style magazine, which this magazine, well, should be compatible with Nightingale mags and Venom Pro mags, best I remember. But this magazine release is kind of what's throwing me off. It's stiff. I mean, it's very hard to press. Not the easiest magazine release ever. Probably gonna have to change up that spring, but I mean, it does drop free, allowing for easy reloads, which is pretty cool. This blaster is a top prime, so you have to prime from up top, just like this. So yeah, and it has this little screw right here, which if you take this off, you can actually get to your spring. So yeah, you could take that off and then replace your spring, which is pretty cool. So yeah, but overall, very interesting looking blaster. Yeah, it does have a tack rail here. You guys want to mount any accessories that you guys would like. It does have another tack rail under here. The trigger is kind of gritty, not the most smoothest ever, but you know, guess it's all right. And I'm guessing you can switch this to a left side magazine release too. You guys are left-handed, but me personally, I'm right-handed, so I'm just keep it at that. It does come with 12 AF Pro darts, half-length AF Pro darts, but yeah, overall the grip is kind of mid. It's not the most comfortable grip I ever held. It's kind of blocky, it's kind of chunky for my liking, but yeah, overall it's not bad. The sights are on the slide itself, the priming handle, which is a little odd, but yeah, here's one side of the front, 2 blade sights in the rear, so you can aim with those if you guys like. But if you guys want to add on any different sight on this tack rail, you guys totally can. And this color that AF is doing, pretty interesting. I like the little teal colorway. I mean, it looks pretty good. The safety is kind of hard to push, so on the left hand side is fire, and on the left hand side, I mean the right hand side, is for safe. So left hand side fire, right hand side safe. So yeah, overall pretty cool. It does say advertise up to 140 FPS, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy loaded up, and we're gonna get to the firing test and see how she performs. Alright, so as you guys can see, that was the firing test of the Adventure Force Brute Pro. And overall, it shoots pretty dang hard. And reloading this magazine makes me feel like I'm in the movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially with darts in there, just flies out there. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this magazine release is a little too stiff for my liking. This trigger right here isn't the best either. So yeah, this priming handle, it feels pretty flimsy. It does have stopping points right here. So if you have sweaty palms, you know, you can still prime it pretty easily. But overall, it shoots pretty hard, decently accurate with the roller scar barrel on there, or scar barrel, whatever you want to call it. But overall, I mean, it's a pretty cool blaster. It's a cool sidearm. If you're in the Nerf war and you need a sidearm, you know, whip this out. Or, you know, I don't know why it's like the feeling of changing mags on a pistol. Just something about, okay, that one did not drop free. There you go. But overall, it's pretty cool. I wish the magazine hold at least like 8 or 9 rounds instead of 6. 6 is a little too less, but yeah, overall, it's a pretty cool blaster. I mean, pretty cool color scheme from Dart Zone. So, because Dart Zone makes Adventure Force. Adventure Force is just a brand under Walmart, apparently. But yeah, they also released another blaster with the Brute Pro, which is the Boxer Pro you guys have known. I still need to get my hand on the Boxer Pro, but it's just been out of stock on the Walmart website every time I check. So when that comes back in stock, I'm going to get the Boxer Pro and I'm going to get that blaster out so for review. So yeah, but overall, I like the Brute Pro, you know. I do have some complaint, only the trigger and the magazine release. Other than that, it shoots just fine. It shoots as advertised, no jams or malfunction. This magazine release is just a little too stiff. I wish it would have been a little bit more softer, but making it a little more stiff makes you don't hit it by accident, because a too soft magazine release, I mean, you just barely tap it. Sometimes it just kind of falls out. So yeah, but the trigger is a little stiff. I do like the way the trigger is shaped. It's very comfortable and all. But yeah, overall, that's all about the review and firing test of the Adventure Force Brute Pro. If you guys are interested in this blaster, I will throw the link in the description down below as well. So yeah, overall, that's all about this review of this Adventure Force Brute Pro. I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.